Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I thought we would do another craft with me today. Yesterday ended up being a pretty long day for me. I think it was about 4 a.m. when I finally went to bed. So that kind of messed up my whole day today. It's already almost 4 o'clock and I'm just now on my second cup of coffee. I had a bowl of cereal about an hour ago. So like my whole day is just totally messed up. But that's okay. I can do that right now. Won't be able to do that much longer. So anyway, I did go ahead and finish up the tags after I left you all last night. So I'll just kind of show you what each one looks like now, the finished product. It was kind of a long process, but I think they came out pretty nice. Oops. Yeah. That probably wasn't the best plan to begin with. I was sitting on the top of my sewing machine. I don't know why I would even do that. Didn't make any kind of sense. Like that little butterfly on there. That was a little button. So there they are. I decided not to add any more to them. I think they've got quite a bit going on as is, and if I put that in a tuck or something, I'm probably not going to want anything there anyway. So I think they've probably got enough going on just the way they are. So those are all done. So I'm going to put those over in my drawer where I'm storing everything. So I thought today we would go ahead and do some guest checks. Now I have more out here that I'm going to need, and we'll see how many we get done. But I'm trying to have like extra embellishments made up too. Now, working on 12 journals at once, of course, it's pretty hard to make anything extra at this time. But I didn't know if I was going to be tired of doing guest checks by the time I got 12 done, or if I'd want more. So they're here if we need them. But let's pull out 12 for now, just so we make sure we make enough. Okay, so there's 12, and we'll set these somewhere. I'll show you guys what I got. Well, I can't because I can't do it because I've got my camera set up different right now. But anyway, over there, I have a whole pile of things I've been working with to put on these checks. But I thought, I've got some napkin scraps here. And again, this is total monkeying from Diane Shaw, because she just happens to be the one I was watching do this. I know Gail Augustinelli, she has different videos up of, you know, repurposing guest checks, and a lot of people do them. So I mean, it's not anything new. This is a really pretty napkin. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear pieces. So let's just start with a section here. Get it to tear off. Goodness gracious. And I kind of like this corner piece right here. I also like that feather though. So I think I'll take that feather maybe for another spot. Maybe I'll put the feather like down here. Like that. And then tear off the bigger rose part. I don't really want a edge on it though. I want it to all be like it's torn. Okay. Maybe we'll put that like up here, like that. Put this down. Or do I want to put it, maybe I want to put it more like this. Because I want to leave this area open to add other things. I think I will put it like right like that. Okay. I really should put my Mod Podge in a smaller container so I'm not having to dip out of this great big one. Maybe I'll utilize the lid a little bit. And again, I forgot to put something underneath. I always think of that after I get started, don't I? Oh, let's see. My wet paper is over here on the shelf. So grab a little piece of that. This way. I think I'd remember to bring those baby wipes from upstairs, wouldn't you? Or not upstairs, downstairs. Did I say upstairs? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. It's a little wrinkled, but that's all right. Be careful not to get this super wet because, you know, it is the stiffer kind of guest check, but still, it is paper. I don't want to get it too wet. Okay, so let's go ahead and tear these little pieces off. Feeling really awkward today, you guys. I don't know what my deal is. Everything just feels awkward as I'm trying to work. So we'll see how this goes. Might not have been the right day to turn the camera on. Okay. Okay, so that's how that one looks so far. So we'll go ahead and set that. Yeah, I should set up a place for my stuff to dry, shouldn't I? I'll just set it over there to the side. And I do have my heat tool that I could get out to dry it off with too, but we may do that yet. But for now, we're just going to set them over to the side and keep putting the napkins on. I think I'll just keep using the same napkin for now. So this morning I was, well, it was a little bit after 10 when I woke up, remembering that Hottie and Laura were doing Pete and Repeat this morning over on Hottie's channel, Hottie Popo. And so I wasn't even out of the bed yet, and I put them on. And so I laid there and chatted with that group and hung out with them for a little bit before I came downstairs, and then I sat on the couch for a little bit chatting with the group. And I was like, I gotta get some coffee going and stuff. So I finally kept it going, but just got up and went in the kitchen and got my coffee going and got a bowl of cereal and just kind of got my day started. But then during the live, I kept getting all kinds of phone calls. My son called me. My parents called me a couple times. It's really funny because my parents, they give me a lot of grief about, technology and, the expense of it. And, what do you need that for? And, it's a waste of money and whatever. But whenever they need something that requires the internet or the cable, they call me to get the information. So the first time my mom called, she wanted to know if the races were on today. So I had to check the cable listing. And they don't have cable TV, of course, so I had to see if it was on regular TV, but it was only on cable. So then my mom calls and wants me to look for some jeans for my dad online because they haven't been able to find them in the store. So there's what that one's going to look like for now. So I did a search to find him some jeans, which I did, thankfully. So now we got those on the way. But it's like every time, you guys, it never fails. Whenever I get in a live, whether it's a sale or just a chat, or if I'm filming myself, you better know my phone's going to ring. It just always happens. Like even now, I should have it over here, but I don't. I think I have it. Oh, I do have it over here. Son of a gun. I need to get it on the charger because it's getting low, but I do have it right here on the desk. But anyway, usually somebody will call. It's just the nature of the beast. I was going to have my son come over today and hang out for a little bit, as he often does on the weekend at some point. But I think he's going to come over tomorrow instead. He doesn't have his workers coming. He usually has what's called CLS, and I can't remember what all the acronym stands for, but basically he has a person that comes for a few hours, like I think it's 4 times a week that he has it now, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. He has somebody come, and they just come to just help him out, make sure he's, got his house cleaned and, doing his meds, and just kind of like a checkup on him. And they take him out to do stuff like whatever he wants to go do, or if he wants to go to the store, if he wants to go walk the trails. Some days they will go to the animal shelter and they'll get a dog and take a dog out walking. So he just does that kind of stuff with them. But he doesn't, I don't really like that piece. He doesn't have anybody coming tomorrow. They're forever short-staffed. And I won't get into why that is. We'll keep this positive. But they wanted to just send him just whoever they can find. And that doesn't work for him. If he doesn't know the person, he doesn't want some stranger showing up at his house, which honestly, I wouldn't either. So he's not, I think I'm going to do it that way. So he's not going to be having CLS tomorrow. So I figured, since I'm kind of out of sorts today and I got up late, I got a late start and everything, I told him, why don't you just come over tomorrow? And if you need to go to the store, which is what he usually does with them, not always on a Monday, but I don't know, he worries about not having enough or running out of food or whatever. Not that the kid has ever in his life ran out of food, But it's just a thing with him. He needs to have a certain amount of things. He needs to know exactly what he's having and plan for it. And if he feels like he doesn't have everything he needs, then, you know, he wants to go to the store. So I told him I would take him to the store when I pick him up. And a lot of times I just have him run in and get his stuff, and I'll sit out in my vehicle and just wait for him. So it's not like it's really a big deal, you know, to do that. And then, you know, I'll just have him come over tomorrow. Be a little bit more relaxed. I got some of his laundry over here that he needs to get. And seems like there was something else we were going to do. Oh, I picked up some burger, and I get like a big bag of it at the meat place. And then I split it up into little bags and share it with him. So I've got some of that I need to bag up and have him take home. And so just little things like that. Just hang out, take care of things here and there, and whatever the day brings. So instead of doing that today, we're going to do it tomorrow. Let me get a drink here. I think I'm going to get my heat gun. It's down here on the floor. I'm just trying to figure out what cord goes to it so I can grab it. It's caught underneath my scissors machine. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to turn this on. I think it goes quiet after a minute, but my microphone is clear over there on the table. I just moved it away from where I'm working so I don't keep getting too close to it. Back out a little bit. Glue makes it, which, I mean, I don't mind. You guys know I'm not one of the ones that likes everything perfectly straight and all of that. I like things shabby looking, I guess is a good word for it. I was trying to think what was a good way to describe it, and I guess that works as well as any. Brush in the water while I'm doing this so it doesn't get stiffened up on me. I did actually remember to get a jar of water this time. How about that? I'm sure there's something else I forgot, but hey, for now I've got what I need. Those are the 3 I have done so far with just the napkin. Of course, we've only just begun. Processed everything. All right. Set those up on my computer. Okay, let's go for a little bit different color and theme for a minute. Getting a little bit bored with that one. This doesn't really give you a lot to, like, I guess I could separate the birds. Oh, I just tore his beak off, darn it. was thinking I could kind of put that bird up there in the corner. Maybe put this one down here. Maybe I could, maybe I won't use the nest at all on this one. I'll just do the two birds. Okay, brush. Forgot where I put the brush. Now see, I probably should add some paper towel to sop up some of the water. See, I always forget something. Just try to pick up some of the Mod Podge that's already in the bottom of that and see if I can put it on with that little bit. Kind of funny, when I was younger, I don't remember exactly how old I was. I think it was right about, oh, maybe, how was I going to do that? Might have been like upper elementary age. I was part of 4-H, but it was like the arts and crafts kind of 4-H. And that's probably about the only thing I did that was slightly creative when I was younger, and did not realize yet at that time that I had a creative flair. But we did, I remember we did these little cute images. They were like little old-fashioned girls, kind of like on the order of Holly Hobby, but it wasn't Holly Hobby. And we Mod Podged them on these little clay oval shaped things, and we put ribbon on them to hang them. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. It was decoupage. We did decoupage. And it's just funny now to think about, you know, all the different things I know to do with Mod Podge, and back then it was just such a big deal to do that little decoupage project for 4-H. I don't know, something about that word that makes me say decoupage. I am a weirdo, we already know that, so no surprise there. Just want to get those edges down a little bit. Oops. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and dry that. Now I wanted to add some stenciled texture paste on these, and I'm wondering if I should do that before. I probably should do that before I put napkins on. So maybe on the next one, I'll, I almost put that in my coffee cup for real. I haven't done it yet, you know, put anything in my coffee, but I have come close a few times. So let's put the Mod Podge away for just a minute. We're not going to put it away, we're just going to put the lid on it. Okay, and I've got some paints here because I actually want to add some paint into the texture paste. I'm just going to put a little bit down on my wax paper, and then I think I'm going to go with, I got some glittery purple here, and it's just acrylic paint. I'll shake it up. looks really runny. I'm not sure why that's so runny, but okay, let me grab another paintbrush. Let's see. Got my whole little bucket here. I'm trying to think, what do I want for? I think I might. I don't know. Do I want this for? No, I don't want a paintbrush. What am I thinking? I'm doing texture paste. I want a spatula. Where is my other? I'm not seeing the spatula that I want. I guess I'll try this one and see how it works. I have a little bit. See, I've got this long, this long skinny one, but that's not really what I want. Those have texture on them. I have another one. Let me look in my, I've got another place I can look. Let's see. I bought this case of brushes off Amazon. Let's see, do I have a, ooh, I've got a nice, maybe I'll try that one. It's a nice metal one. I have not used these brushes yet. These are supposed to be like really nice brushes, so I'm kind of holding on to them for what I don't know, but let's try this one. That looks kind of nice. We'll break it in. And then I still have that one. Maybe I'll mix it with that one. Okay. I haven't done mixed media in so long. It's like, my gosh, I almost forgot what I needed to work with. Just getting that paint mixed in. I want a little bit more paint because I want it to be a little bit darker. This is a lighter paint. Okay. Be careful I don't get too close to my computer up there. Alright, it's still kind of light, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, now the next question is, which stencil do I want to use? I brought a few of them up from downstairs. I've got this one, and well, there we go. There's the phone. Let's see who it is. Oh, my mom. Of course, I gotta take this. Let me pause. Okay. So that was my mom calling to let me know they were almost here. She was bringing me the money for the jeans I ordered online for my dad. So while I was paused, I grabbed my stencils. So, and Liz, you're going to hear her. She's out in the kitchen making herself some lunch. Okay, she's not making lunch, she's making coffee. I think I'm going to go with this one. Hi. We'll see how this works on here. I still want to put napkin on it, so I think I'm going to go right in the center with the stencil. Now you can tape these down with like washi or masking tape or whatever. I'm going to be bold and I'm not going to tape it down. We'll see how well that works for me. It may not work at all. You want to be careful you don't get it over on any other parts that you don't want covered. But I think pretty much what I have on the guest check is what I want stenciled, so I think we'll be okay. And it sounds a little grainy because of the glitter in the paint. Okay. Now make sure you've got all the little holes covered in where you want it to have paint. And then you just want to peel it up carefully. Okay. Now where can I put it so it doesn't get any paint? So that looks kind of cool. Is that cool? I like it. So we're going to dry that a little bit. I really like that purple on the pink a lot. I think that looks really cool. Move these other stencils out of the way. Turn this off. Obviously I can't do both those at the same time. I'm going to keep using this one for a minute, so we'll move the other stencils over. Okay, we're going to set this aside because it'll take a little bit for that to dry. And we'll get another check, and we're going to do the same thing on this one. So we're going to need a little bit more texture paste and paint. I try not to get too much out ahead of time because I don't want to waste it. I can't put my texture paste back since I have the tube, and I don't want to get out any more than I'm going to use. Now, because I'm doing several, I don't have to worry about that too much. Just want to make sure I've got all the white mixed with the purple, so I don't have any streaks. All those streaks probably would just, you know, add another dimension to it. Alright, I'm going to add some more paint. I don't want it super dark, but I do want it to show up. And of course, adding the paint kind of stretches your texture paste, but it also does seem to be thinning it out a little bit. So, okay. All right, so we're going to put our stencil back on like this. Actually, I think I had it more in the middle, didn't I? Because we have to remember I'm going to be putting things up around the corners. Sorry, I get quiet when I do this because I'm focusing, concentrating. Oops. Okay, check and make sure it looks like all the holes are covered. And then we're going to peel it up carefully. There we go. And that's how that one looks. Got a little bit of paint right there. Doesn't really matter because, you know, we are going to be covering that up, but Anyway, got a little smeared right there, but that's okay too, to me. I mean, if you want it perfect, you can fix it, but I'm not too worried about it. Just adding a little texture and a little interest to the piece of ephemera. Just one of the many layers that will be added. Seems to be dry. Not that it really matters, but okay. I think we might have enough paint for one more. We'll see. Trying not to leave excess on the top of the stencil, but you have to be careful, especially with thinner paint, that you're not taking it out of the holes too. Let's see how that looks. Ah, don't dry on there. Don't dry on there. Okay, there's that one. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost 5 o'clock already. This day has just flown. That's the bad thing about when you stay up really late and then you sleep in. It's like the whole day just flies by even quicker than normal. I mean, my days go pretty fast as it is, but this day, it's like, I feel like I just got up. I think I'm going to try some of them, moving it up a little bit higher. See how that looks. This wax paper is getting a little, I really should be using my Tim Holtz mat with my little mixed media thing. That would be the smart thing to do instead of having my wax paper getting all soaked. And then the paint's harder to get off when it's all soaked like that. Okay, I wonder if I want to try it this way now. Let's go more. Let's go like this. Try it that way. Whoops. Okay. And I'm going to have to get some more paint. Oops, almost got that on my shirt. Yep, I don't really want to put it on this either. It's not holding it very well. What do I have that I can use? I got stuff on my mat. I can't really grab it. What do I have? What do I have? My piece of cardboard. Let's use a little piece of this corrugated cardboard. Okay. Leave this a little bit thicker. Okay, whoops. Get it on my sewing machine. Okay. Peeled up on the paper a little bit, seems to me. All right. Try this. And then I'll get a clean piece of, what do you call it, wax paper. This one looks like it's a little bit thicker. It's a little more raised up than the others. Yeah, a little bit. And that will take a little longer to dry too. That's okay. I knew I made it a little bit thicker. Need to get finished up because Brooke is coming on any second with her impromptu live sale. I think I don't know if she's just doing books or if she's doing a little bit of everything. Alright, we'll put that there where I know what it is. Get another little piece of wax paper to put down. I've got left? 1, 4 more. I'm probably going to have to finish right here, and I'll probably finish working on these while I'm watching the sale. So I'm going to go a little higher this time. So when we come back again, I'll probably just show you guys what I did. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll have to start something else, because I just realized these are going to have to dry. So maybe we'll let these dry, and later on tonight I will do another craft with me, and we can finish decorating these guest checks. Maybe that would be the best way to go about it. Go. Oops. Put that napkin on the bottom of there. That would mess things up, wouldn't it? Stuff over. Whoops. Flying napkin. Okay, I'm just thinking I want to try different angles with this. We'll do it this way this time. Kind of went over the edge there. You don't want to do that, because then you're going to have a little messy ridge. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. I will take a look at it in a second, see if I can get it off of there. I do like this metal spatula that I got. Just want to try and flip that off of there. I don't care if it's got like a little smudge. I just don't want it to have a big old gloppy ridge. I don't want the extra texture there, so to speak. All right, so we'll go ahead and try this one. I like the way that came out too. I got that little extra curlicue on there. The gun gets hot. You gotta be careful. Get it too close to your fingers. Alright. 2 more. Sorry about that. I paused my recording and didn't know it. I have my guest check sitting on my pad, so I'm not sure where I did that at or where my pause started, but hopefully you guys saw everything. I mean, I'm just still doing the same thing, and it was just for a second, but I just happened to look up and I saw my recording was paused, which, I mean, at least it wasn't stopped. That would have been sad, because then we would have had another wonky ending. I hate those. I'm not a fan of wonky endings. I really am not. And since I'm getting down to the wire here, I don't want to put too much paste down. I just heard the notification. I bet that's Brookie coming on to do her sale. We only got 2 more, so we'll finish those up, and then we will say so long and head over to Brooks. Looks good, looks good. Like it, like it. Alright, 1 more to go. I guess I could work on the extras while I'm watching Brooke, right? That way I won't be doing anything that I might want, or that you guys might want to see me doing. Let's do this one kind of this way. Whoops. There we go. I might have just enough to finish this one. Maybe I'll try some other colors on the other ones that are just the extras. All right, let's see where we are. Smudges off. There. I think that looks good. Alright, we'll go ahead and dry this. Although, I don't need to keep you guys here just while I dry that. a little tip, you want to make sure that you do wash your stencils off right away, because if you let that dry on there, it is going to be terrible to try to get it off. How do I know? Well, I've done it. And I have some stencils that still have texture paste on them because I couldn't get it off. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for crafting along with me. I will label this one Guest Checks Part 1, and we will have a Guest Checks Part 2 later on. So be looking for that. Thanks, you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.